Ever since the Super Mario series made its debut in 1985, I think it's safe to say that it has done more than just leave a mark on the video game industry. I mean, every installment since then has been something to look forward to, and every time a new one is released, it seems as if Nintendo is trying to outdo themselves as they add something new to make fans excited about an upcoming title. I mean, let's take a look at what's been done already. Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3 demonstrated that you can go beyond imagination. These titles definitely set a new standard for video games, and one of these, Super Mario Bros. 3, is still often considered one of, if not the greatest video game of all time. Fast forward only a couple years later into the 16-bit era, where we'll find even more fun, more adventure, and a whole lot of Yoshi. This was truly an untouchable era until the Jumpman himself made the graphical leap from 2D to 3D with Super Mario 64 in 1996, followed by the love it or hate it Super Mario Sunshine released in 2002 for the Nintendo GameCube. The 3D Mario games only continue to add more quirks in order to make them more unique. For example, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 introduced a new style with an interesting space theme and spherical platforming, if you will. And what's that, you say? What did the Wii U have to offer? Well, Super Mario 3D World offered it.
It's about time!
You know, I really don't want to go back to this game, especially after Champions Road put me through such psychological pain and frustration, but unfortunately for me, I made the mistake of adding part 1 on my last video. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, dude, you only get like 70 views on average, nobody really cares, don't do it if you don't want to. Well, I care, okay? I've been stuck on this level for 4 years now, so if I get redemption, it must be shared on the internet. A couple of months ago, I decided to finally give it a shot and take on one of the most punishing levels in any Super Mario game. The results were as expected. After countless attempts, it seemed like nothing more than inevitable failure. But that's not even the worst part. In spite of the endless hours of trial and error, I still only managed to get through about 54% of the level, which means that there's still half of a level left to conquer. Well, Champions Road isn't going to complete itself, so I guess it's either now or never. So upon starting the level, I get to hear that amazing Champions Road music that I haven't heard 400 times enough. But anyways, there isn't anything special here waiting for you, just a couple of toads smiling and waiting to watch you fail over and over again. There's not anything particularly difficult here either, and this is where the easiest part of the whole level is. Just avoid the cannonballs, make a few quick jumps, and exaggerate your success here because it's Champions Road. Next up are the Fire Bros. And then you're greeted face to face with what is either the easiest or most difficult part of the entire level, let me tell ya. This looks like the most intimidating thing ever, and pretty much everybody that gets here is under the impression that you have to jump over these platforms one by one. But here lies the hint that nobody picked up. You can just run across them. I mean, he's doing it, why can't you? But no, people have to use either Peach or the Tanuki suit. Ugh. And after that's all said and done, it's time for the beat blocks. You know what I hate? The disappearing blocks. You know what Champions Road has a lot of? The blocks. Okay. These blocks are killer, man. They're pretty tough and you'll lose a fair amount of lives trying to overcome them, but oh my goodness, if there's one thing that prevents you from finishing this course, it's the blocks. Have I said that word enough? No? Good, because these blocks are killing me, man. If you saw part 1, then you know just how bad I was struggling. I spent the majority of that video just trying to get to the next section. But how about now? Well, nothing's changed. Jeez, I hate this level. Wait a minute. That's right, this game has different characters, Luigi, Toad, Peach, and the secret Rosalina. Each of them have their own style of play which makes them different from each other. But what's that gonna do? Add another handicap to the game to make it more difficult than it already is? But hey, we won't know until we try it out.
Let's go!
Alright, so first up is Princess Peach, and well, she's a mess. Okay, to be fair, she isn't entirely awful, but my biggest gripe with her is that she's just so slow. Now, on the positive side, she has the ability to float, which makes everything before the warp box really easy. However, her jump relies on the floating ability. If you decide not to float, then you'll notice that she doesn't jump as high or as far as Mario, so I'll pass. Next up Toad. And then after that we've got Rosalina. She's an unlockable character and there's a good reason for that. The reason being is that she's awful. She adds nothing new to the game besides the ability to hit her opponents, but other than that, her runs and jumps both feel slow, yada yada whatever, so now all my hope relies on the man in green, Luigi.
Oh yeah!
Man, Luigi is great. He plays nearly the same as Mario, but it had to be ruined with one little thing that starts with a J and ends with ump. Why does this game always do this to me? Screw it. Just stick with Mario. I mean, even on the back of the box it says controls easily, as if they were saying, hey, stick to Mario. Alright, well since none of them worked out, we might as well continue. I was able to figure out the pattern for the blocks. It's run, long jump, rest, start blue, jump to red, jump to the corner of the last blue block, jump on the last red block, and long jump again. You see? Easy. Now you just have to worry about the last set of blocks. This is the worst pattern ever. I figured it out, but every time I try it, I look like I'm doing a Courtney Hadwin impersonation. And finally, we encounter the Magic Koopas yet again. They're really straightforward, just jump on all three of their heads, but be mindful of where you step, because the ground will disappear for a short amount of time before it comes back. Next up, let's get into the swing of things with the swinging things. Another fairly simple part where all you gotta do is jump. You ever play jump rope? Well, it's the same concept, but if you mess up, you die. Wait, 1/60th of a minute? I shouldn't be having fun with this level. What's next? Oh, there we go. I seriously have no idea why I couldn't beat this part. I mean, you just have to time your jump with the moment you bounce off the ant, or you can just freak out and wall jump like crazy like I do. Next up is basically the same thing, but all you have to do is hold the jump button and bounce from plant to plant until you make it to the next section. Wait a second, am I actually gonna beat Champions Road? How did I manage to get hit twice? Oh my goodness, as soon as it matters is when I screw up. I know how to avoid the spikes, so why didn't I just do it? Well, I think I was almost done with this level, so we might as well finish it. Alright, here it is, the last part of the level. I can feel my heart beating faster than the speed of light. Don't stop me now, boys, because this is it. I beat the level! There's one for the record books. It only took me... it doesn't really matter. But what really matters is that I finished the level with all the green stars, the useless stamp. Now I just need to get that golden flagpole.